3 hearts, blue blood, 9 brains. Building on that, let's just quickly look at their overall biological blueprint. You've got 3 hearts pumping that blue, copper-based blood we just mentioned.
Let's zoom in on the giant Pacific for a second. Their problem-solving intelligence is just off the charts. And the extremes for sure do not stop there. Take the massive 7-arm octopus, which actually holds the body mass record. Take the blue-ringed octopus, for example. It's deceptively small, roughly the size of a golf ball, and you'll find it hanging out in Indo-Pacific tide pools and shallow reefs. Then you have the mimic octopus and the wonderpus. Both of these guys look like living, abstract paintings. But what the mimic octopus can actually do with its body is just staggering. It can perfectly replicate a flatfish, a venomous lionfish, or even a banded sea snake. Way down here, we find the enchanting Dumbo octopus. This is actually the deepest living octopus known to science right now.
The extraordinary diversity of octopus life truly reveals the boundless creativity of evolution.
10,000 times. That mind-blowing number represents one of the absolute most extreme sexual size differences in the entire animal kingdom.
I mean, it sounds exactly like a biological blueprint straight out of some wild science fiction movie. Add to that their skin, which is powered by these special color-changing cells called chromatophores. This lets them change color and texture in a flash to seamlessly blend into their surroundings.
They've actually been documented doing things like opening jars and even recognizing individual human faces. But their life cycle is also incredibly deeply moving. Fun fact, it does actually have 8 arms. It just cleverly keeps one coiled up hidden in a special pouch. Then you have the Caribbean reef octopus, which is this rapid, color-changing night hunter. Now, when it's threatened, those gorgeous electric blue rings start pulsing as this really bright warning. And honestly, you absolutely need to heed that warning. They have this striking, high-contrast orange and white skin that they flash as they prowl sandy seafloors, all in real time. Just think about the immense cognitive complexity required to observe, learn, and then physically recreate the movements of those dangerous predators as a survival strategy. It is absolutely unparalleled, thriving at crushing depths of up to 7,000 meters. Out in this totally isolated, high-pressure environment, it uses these delicate—
just think about it. From their bizarre distributed brains and color-changing skin to the massive size differences across species,
and it belongs to the blanket octopus. The female unfurls this enormous, incredibly colorful cape that can be up to 2 meters long,
right? But no, this totally alien-like reality is right here on Earth. Oh, and of course they have that classic ink defense mechanism for super quick escapes. They are literally uniquely built for survival.
The female will guard her eggs in a den for up to 7 months without eating a single thing, not one bite. And this ultimately culminates in a really tragic, sacrificial death shortly after those eggs hatch. And on the flip side, the day octopus totally flips the script, actively stalking and ambushing its prey across tropical reefs in broad daylight. Because this tiny little creature carries a highly lethal nerve venom called tetradose toxin. In fact, they are so visually identical to each other that even expert scientists constantly struggled to tell them apart out in the field. Ear-like fins to gently hover just above the abyssal seafloor. It seriously looks like a surreal, otherworldly ghost.
all the way down to the ghostly adaptations of the deep sea. These creatures are just a magnificent testament to nature's sheer adaptability.
That makes her literally 10,000 times heavier than the thumbnail-sized male.
No way, right?
We are diving deep into the ocean right now to explore some of the absolute most diverse, intelligent, and visually astonishing creatures on our entire planet. Consider this your ultimate field guide to Earth's octopuses. So, starting off with Section 1, Alien Biology and Brains. Before we meet the specific species, we really need to understand their foundational biology.
Moving on to Section 2, Titans and Tiny Wonders. Let's look at some physical extremes.
That brings us to Section 3, Masters of Deception. Meet the ocean's ultimate tricksters. Okay, moving down into the abyss with Section 4, Ghosts of the Deep. Finally, Section 5, Evolution's ultimate masterpiece. Let's look at the big picture. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at alien biology and brains, then Titans and Tiny Wonders. After that, we've got Masters of Deception, Ghosts of the Deep, and finally, Evolution's ultimate masterpiece. These guys just operate on a completely different wavelength. They have a distributed nervous system, which means a staggering 67%. That's 2/3 of their neurons are actually located in their arms, not in a central brain. So each arm can literally taste, touch, and act completely with a mind of its own. It's wild.
But, all this brings us to a really fascinating scientific paradox. How does an animal with such a remarkably short lifespan possess such incredible mammalian-level intelligence? It's a massive mystery that researchers are still unraveling today, and it perfectly sets the stage for looking at how these creatures actually live and behave.
To really understand these extremes, just look at the unbelievable contrast in their sizes and habitats. On one side, you have the giant Pacific octopus. This absolute titan spans over 4 meters and weighs up to 70 kilograms in the freezing cold North Pacific. Then, on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, you have the starsucker pygmy octopus. This little guy measures just 1 single centimeter across, navigating tiny tide pools in the Atlantic. I mean, they occupy completely different scales of existence.
Sharing these deep realms are a few other incredible drifters. You've got the flapjack octopus drifting through cold, dark waters with its umbrella-like webbed body and oversized eyes. And then, out in the open midwater zone, we find the glass octopus. Its body is almost completely transparent, literally revealing its internal organs. It makes it one of the absolute most visually surreal creatures ever captured on film.
So, I want to leave you with this final, lingering question. What other undiscovered wonders lurk in the ocean's depths? If these highly intelligent, shape-shifting creatures already exist right here on Earth, what else is out there waiting to be found? I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts, so please comment below with your favorite species from today's explainer. And don't forget to subscribe for more incredible ocean wildlife explainers. Thanks so much for learning with me today.